Hi, could you tell me what window I should go to?
Do you have an appointment?
Yes, I have an appointment.
The DMV windows are set up for different tasks. What are you here to do?
I need to transfer ownership of a used car.
I can see that you have all of your forms filled out. Drop the forms in that box, and I will call you when your name comes up.
Okay, thanks for helping me.
You are welcome. May I see your current driver's license?
Here's my license. It is not a very good picture of me.
That's a pretty good picture. Just pay the fee over at the last window and you're done.
This is my first time at the DMV, and I don't know what window to go to.
It depends on what you were doing. Did you make an appointment?
I made an appointment last month.
All of the windows are for specific services. What do you need to do today?
I just bought a used car and need to transfer the ownership.
If you just put all of your filled out forms in the drop box, your name will be called when it comes up.
Thank you. That helps me to know what to do.
My pleasure. The only other thing I need is your current driver's license.
Okay, here's my license. It is a very old picture of me.
You look good in that picture. Take this over to the last window to pay your fee, and you finish registering your car. Could you help direct me to the proper window?
There are different windows for different things. Did you make an appointment on the internet?
I made an appointment over the internet.
Different windows will be able to help you with different problems. What do you need help with?
I need help transferring the ownership of a new car from my friend to myself.
The signed forms go in the box, and I will call your name in a few minutes.
Thank you for making it seem less confusing.
If you would give me your current driver's license, I will be able to complete the transfer process.
Well, here is my license. I never really liked that picture.
That is a great picture. Take the forms over to the last window to pay your fees, and you're...
Thank you for letting me test drive the car.
So, do you think that you would like to purchase this car?
You know, I'm not interested in purchasing the car right now.
What's the problem? We can at least sit down and maybe work out a deal.
Actually, I have several other cars to look at before I make my decision.
What didn't you like about the car? Maybe I can fix something for you.
It is a combination of things, but I appreciate your time.
I have some other cars you might want to look at.
Again, I appreciate your time, but I will not be purchasing this car.
Give me a call if you change your mind. Have a good day. I appreciate you letting me take the car out for a spin.
Why don't you come over here and we can work out the details of the purchase?
I don't think this is the car for me at this point in time.
It's a great deal. Let's talk price. Maybe you'll change your mind.
This is only the first car that I've looked at.
Is there something in particular that didn't look good to you?
It isn't one thing in particular, but I think I can do better for my money.
I really think that you should reconsider.
Thank you again for your time.
Thank you for stopping by. Good luck in your search for a car. I enjoyed taking the car out for a test drive.
Isn't that a great car? Let's work out the details of purchase.
I will not be purchasing the car today.
Why don't you take a second look at the car? You'll see that it is as good a deal as you are going to get.
I need to compare this car to others to make an informed choice.
You said on the phone that this is the kind of car you wanted. What has changed your mind?
I just really need to make sure that I get the best car for my money.
You know, you can look around, but I just don't think that you're going to get a better deal for your money.
I will continue looking around for cars, and I will get back to you if I change my mind.
Okay then, have a good day.
Where's the best place to buy a used car?
I have always purchased my used cars from an advertisement in the paper, but actually, you have many options.
Where else could I look for a car?
You could look on the internet. Craigslist is best, as most of the cars listed there are sold locally.
What would be best if I wanted to actually go see a lot of used cars that are for sale?
The best place is CarMax, which is a very large used car lot.
Where is CarMax?
There are many of them. You can look on the internet or in the phone book for the one closest to you.
How about the listings on the college bulletin board?
Actually, that is not a bad way to go, especially near the end of the semester as students are moving away. Can you help me figure out the best place to buy a used car?
There are a lot of different ways to go. I bought my last one from an advertisement in the paper.
What are my other options for looking for a used car?
Internet listings are good. Craigslist is pretty good because most of the cars are sold locally.
I think that I might actually like to see many used cars together so I can compare them.
The biggest used car lot is CarMax. I would check that place out.
How can I find out where CarMax is?
Look in the phone book or on the internet for the one closest to you. There are a lot of them.
Have you ever seen the listings on the school bulletin board?
Yeah, the school bulletin board can have some great deals, as many students sell their cars before they return home or as they get better paying jobs.
Where did you buy your last used car?
I found my last one in an advertisement in the newspaper, but there are a lot of other places to look for used cars.
Besides an advertisement, what else could I do to find a used car?
My friend bought his used car off of Craigslist. It works out better than eBay because the cars listed are located close by.
Is there anywhere I can go to see many used cars all in the same place?
Go to CarMax if you want to see the largest selection of used cars in one place.
I don't know where CarMax is.
Oh, CarMax has many car lots in many cities. For the one closest to you, check out the internet or phone book.
Have you ever known anyone who bought a car off a listing on the university bulletin board?
You can get a good deal there, especially at the end of the year when students are selling things and returning home. So, now that I've decided to buy this car, how do I transfer the title to myself?
Actually, your best bet is to contact the Automobile Club or to go to the DMV website.
Basically, what will I need to do?
Both buyer and seller need to transfer the ownership by filling out a change of ownership form and signing over their certificate of title, which will be either pink or rainbow.
Will I have to pay any fees?
All of the transfer fees are the responsibility of the buyer.
How much will it cost to transfer the title?
The DMV has a special formula that they use to calculate the fees. They will figure it out for you.
Do I need a smog certificate?
No, only if your car was manufactured before 1975.
Where do I take my forms?
You can take them to the DMV. You have 10 days to complete the process.
I don't really know all that much about the paperwork involved in buying a used car.
If you're a member of the Automobile Club, they can help guide you through the process, or just go to the DMV website.
What is the big picture of what I will need to take care of?
The car has a pink or rainbow certificate of title, which both the buyer and seller need to sign. They also both need to fill out the change of ownership form.
Who pays the fees to transfer the ownership?
The buyer must pay all of the fees.
Will it be really expensive to transfer the title?
The DMV will calculate the fees for you when you submit the paperwork.
What about smog certificate?
No, your car was built after 1974, so you will be fine.
Where can I turn in my forms?
If you are a member of the Automobile Club, you can turn in your forms to them.
Can you help me figure out how to transfer the title of the car I wish to buy so it will be registered in my name?
You can go to the DMV website for information, or if you're a member of the Automobile Club, they can be very helpful.
Can you just fill me in on what needs to be done?
When you both fill out and sign a change of ownership form and sign the certificate of title, the ownership will be transferred.
Are there any fees involved?
As the buyer, you are responsible for all of the fees.
How much money will I have to pay to transfer the title?
The only way to calculate the fee is to turn your paperwork into the DMV, and they will figure it out for you.
Do I need to take the car in for a smog certificate?
No, your car is a newer model, so you won't need that.
Whom do I give my forms to when they are completed?
I was thinking about buying this used car and was wondering if you would take a look at it for me to see if it has any problems.
Sure. Pull up over there and we'll take a look.
I just wasn't sure what to look for.
The first thing you need to do is look for any signs of wear both inside and out. We will also look at the body for signs of major repair.
Someone told me that I could go online and see if the car is listed as having been in a major accident.
Yes, that's right. Next, we will turn on the engine and we will check under the hood to look at the hoses and belts.
Should we take the car for a drive?
Yes, but before we pull away, let's check to make sure that the radio, turn signals, lights, and seats all work properly.
As I am driving, what should I be checking?
You want to make sure that the brakes don't pull to one side and that the car has good alignment and acceleration.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Enjoy driving your car. Could you take a few minutes and see if there are any problems with this used car that I am thinking of buying?
I am happy to help. Just pull up and we'll give it a good look.
I don't know much about cars.
We need to look inside and outside for signs of an accident or major damage. Also, we need to look for wear on the tires.
If I go online, I can also check to see if the car has been involved in a major accident.
Yes, you can check the history of the car online. Next, we need to turn the engine and take a look at the belts and hoses.
Will you take a drive with me to check handling?
A test drive would be good, but first, let's make sure that the turn signals, radio, lights, and seats work properly.
On a test drive, what should I look for?
We are checking for solid braking and good overall handling.
I appreciate you helping me figure out what to look for.
My pleasure. This seems to be a solid car and a good choice for you. I want to buy this used car, but I need help figuring out if there are any problems with it.
I can help you with that. Drive the car over by the garage and we'll check it out.
I know some things to look for, but I know there are other things to look for too.
Always start with looking for signs of major damage that may have been repaired, and also check tire wear.
If the car has been in a major accident, that should have been recorded online, right?
Right, all major accidents should have been recorded. Next, start the car up, pop the hood, and we'll take a look at the belts and hoses.
I would like for you to take a test drive with me.
We'll do that in a minute, but first we should check that the radio, turn signals, and all the lights work properly.
As we drive, what am I checking for?
You want to check to make sure the alignment is good, that the engine accelerates smoothly, and that the car can safely brake to a stop.
I like knowing what to look for when buying a used car, and I appreciate the help.
This car is in good shape, and you should give yourself no major problem. Enjoy it.
I really love the look of this car.
Would you like to test drive this car?
Yes, I would love to take it for a drive.
I'll go get the keys, and you can get out your driver's license and proof of insurance.
Here they are, my driver's license and proof of insurance.
Well, just sign this card, and we'll be on our way. Don't forget to buckle your seatbelt.
Can I take it on the freeway to check for acceleration?
That would be fine. Just don't exceed the speed limit.
This car handles great. I love it.
I'm glad that you like this car. The styling of this car really appeals to me.
Would you like to take this car out for a spin?
That would be a great idea.
Fine. All I need from you is your driver's license and proof of insurance.
I've got my driver's license and proof of insurance ready.
Okay, after you sign this card, we'll take a spin. And make sure you buckle your seatbelt.
I'd like to go on the freeway to test it for speed.
As long as you don't exceed the speed limit, that would be fine.
Whoa, this car has wonderful pickup.
Yes, this is a very popular car. Wow, what a cool car.
How about taking this car out for a drive to see if you like how it handles?
I would enjoy seeing how it handles.
While I'm getting the keys, you just need to take out your driver's license and proof of insurance.
I found my driver's license and proof of insurance. Here you go.
Great. Sign this card, buckle your seatbelt, and we'll hit the road.
I want to take this car up to freeway speed.
Take a left at the next signal to enter the freeway. Just keep it under the speed limit.
This car has a nice smooth ride, even on the freeway.
You know, I've driven it myself, and I agree with you.
Hello, I'm interested in buying auto insurance.
Sure, can I help you? Did you bring all of your registration papers?
Yes, I brought everything with me.
Is your car with you?
Yes, it's out in the parking lot.
Wonderful. Let's go and check to see what shape it is in.
Okay, can you help me figure out what I should insure my car for?
I will look it up on the Blue Book list, and I will factor in its condition.
What else do I need to consider?
Yes, you need to figure in liability for damage to the other car as well as injury issues as well.
Good morning. I need to buy car insurance for the used car I just bought.
Yes, no problem. Do you have your registration and certificate of ownership with you?
Yes, it's all right here.
Did you drive your car here?
Yes, it's out in the back.
That's great. Well, we'll go out and check the condition of your car.
Oh, great. What should I insure my car for?
There is a Blue Book price for your car, and we will use that price.
What other things do I need to insure for?
We will factor in damage to the other car, as well as property damage and injury.
Hi, I just bought a used car and need to insure it.
We can take care of that right now. Do you have all of your paperwork with you?
Yes, I took care of all that and have the papers with me.
Do you bring your car with you?
Yes, it's parked on the street.
Fine. I need to go out with you to check your car for wear and tear.
Okay, how will I know how much I should insure my car for?
After looking at your car, I will use the Blue Book price and we will consider the condition of the car.
Are there any other considerations when I insure my car?
We always need to think about property damage to other vehicles, and injury. I'm buying a used car and don't know much about financing it.
I can help you. Do you have a down payment?
Yes, I have saved up $3,000 for a down payment.
Good, because you will not be able to get a loan without putting some money down on the car.
I don't know where exactly to get a loan.
Other than friends or family, you can go to a bank. credit union, or use the dealer financing if you bought the car off of a car lot.
What is the best choice for financing?
It depends. The worst financing deal is usually at the dealer, but they will oftentimes give you a loan when a bank turns you down.
What do I need to have with me when I apply for the loan?
You need a recent pay stub and a copy of the pink slip for the car. Before the loan is complete, you'll need to show proof of insurance. Good luck! Can you help me learn about financing options for a used car?
I would love to help you with what I know. I'm assuming that you have a down payment?
Yes, I already borrowed some money from my parents for the down payment.
That will work. A bank or finance company will not loan you money without a down payment.
I'm not sure who will loan me money.
You can apply for a loan at a bank, credit union, or approach the used car dealer who sold you the car. You might also try family and friends.
Who offers the best interest rate?
A credit union will usually give you the best interest rate, but the dealer will almost always give you some type of loan.
Do I need any documents when I apply for a car loan?
Be sure that you take a recent pay stub and a copy of the pink slip. You will have a few days to produce proof of insurance. Enjoy your new car.
I need help figuring out how to pay for a used car that I'm thinking of buying.
I'd be happy to help you. Have you saved up a down payment?
I'll be getting money from selling my old car.
You really need that money so that a bank or finance company will loan you the rest of the money that you need.
Who gives loans out to people wanting to buy cars?
Usually people go to a bank, credit union, or if they bought that car at a car lot, they might use the dealer finance company.
What is the best place to get financing?
The dealer will charge you a higher interest rate, but sometimes they are your only choice if you are just starting out.
Will I need some documentation when I apply for the loan?
Just make sure that you bring them your last pay stub and a copy of the pink slip. You can then work on getting insured. Enjoy your new car.
How much does this car cost?
Well, come on in, and we'll sit down and discuss that right now. How much do you want to pay?
I really was just wondering what the price is.
Well, figuring in tax, license, dealer prep, and registration, I can let this car go for $15,000.
I was thinking a little lower than that.
Wow, let's keep talking here. I am sure we can work something out. What price are you thinking is fair?
I was thinking more like $13,000.
You know, you look like you are a sweet kid. I'll give it to you for $14,000.
That would be a good price if the car was in great shape, but it is registered as having been in an accident.
Okay, $13,750, and that's my final offer. If I want to buy this car, what will it cost me?
Let me get my contract out, and we'll figure that out for you right now.
Can't you just tell me what it costs?
You know, I'm prepared to offer you a great deal today on that car. With tax, license, registration, and dealer prep, the total will be $15,000.
Fine. I'll come back later with my father, who is a lawyer, and we can talk then.
I am sure that we can work something out. What price were you thinking would be a good deal for you?
$13,000 would be more like it.
$14,000 for this car is a good price. For that, I'm practically giving it away.
Normally that would be a good price, but that car has been in an accident.
Yes, I see your point. $13,750 is my final offer.
How much money for this car?
Yes, that car is beautiful, isn't it? Come on inside and we'll discuss the price.
I just want to know the price.
$15,000 out the door. What a deal. That will, of course, include tax, license, registration, and dealer prep.
I appreciate your help, and I'll see you later.
Oh, you look like a smart person. What price would be fair to you?
I think that $13,000 would be fair for this car.
I can see that you are a smart buyer. $14,000 is my best price.
If the car hadn't been in an accident, that would be a good price, but it has a few minor problems.
$13,750 is my final offer.
I need to go to the DMV and don't know how to make an appointment with them.
First of all, you need to figure out if you really need to be there in person. Sometimes you can take care of your business at the Automobile Club or at the DMV website.
If I do need to go in, how can I make an appointment?
You can either make an appointment by going online or by calling the phone number listed on their website.
What if I just show up there?
If you have all day to wait and a good book to read, that might work for you.
Is the DMV open on Saturdays?
Due to state budget cuts, the DMV is no longer open on Saturdays.
I think that you have just convinced me to join the Automobile Club.
Yes, the Automobile Club takes all the pain out of DMV transactions. How can I make an appointment at the DMV?
You could check the DMV website or see if the Automobile Club could help you. Many things can be taken care of without actually going into the DMV in person.
How do I make an appointment if I have to actually go in?
You have two choices. You can call them at the number listed on their website, or you can contact them online.
Can I just walk in and get help?
Without an appointment, you will be waiting for many hours. I would not advise it.
Can I take care of this on a Saturday?
Unfortunately, the DMV is no longer open on Saturdays.
It probably would be easier for me to join the Automobile Club.
The Automobile Club has many benefits, and taking care of your DMV transactions is one of the best benefits.
Can you help me figure out how to make an appointment with the DMV?
I would try to avoid going into the DMV in person. If you are a member of the Automobile Club, they oftentimes can take care of things for you, or you can try the DMV website.
It would be nice not to have to go in, but if I have to, how do I make an appointment?
The easiest way to contact them is online, but they also have a phone number listed on the website if you prefer to call them on the phone.
What do they do if you just show up with no appointment?
That is not a good way to go. You could be left waiting for many hours, and there is no guarantee that they will see you at all.
What about going to the DMV on Saturday?
For a while, the DMV was open on Saturday, but not anymore.
I think that the Automobile Club idea was a good suggestion.
You should check out the Automobile Club. I think you would enjoy being a member. What kind of insurance do you have?
I went with Automobile Club.
Why did you choose that company?
I looked at the price of the type of insurance that I wanted.
What should I think about in choosing coverage?
There are websites that will figure out what coverage is right for you.
What did you end up buying then?
Well, my car is old, so I didn't worry so much about what it would cost to repair it. I did buy a lot of coverage for fixing someone else's car.
I see. Have you ever had to use your insurance?
Luckily, I never had to use my insurance.
When you insured your car, what kind did you buy?
I decided to buy from Geico.
What influenced your choice of companies?
I looked at the customer satisfaction rating of the company.
Wow, how did you figure out what service to buy?
Every individual has different considerations. Your agent can help you understand what you need to think about.
What did you place an emphasis on when you bought your insurance?
I carry a lot of liability insurance because I own a house and need to protect it from a lawsuit.
Now, did you ever get into an accident and need your insurance?
I was in an accident and was happy that I had good insurance to cover it. What car insurance company did you decide to go with when you bought your new car?
State Farm seemed like the best deal for me.
How did you make that decision?
I compared the rates and services available.
Where can I get help in figuring out what I need to purchase for coverage?
You can pick up a pamphlet at your insurance company that will explain the options to you.
What did you decide to cover yourself for?
I pretty much cover the average amount in all categories as the agent recommended.
How many times have you actually used your insurance?
I was in an accident, but it was the other person's fault and their insurance covered it. I really like that car and I'm thinking of buying it.
Yes, I agree. Do you want to take it to the mechanic to have it checked out?
I already took care of that yesterday.
That's good. Have you discussed the price with the seller?
Yes, I think we've agreed upon a fair price.
Have you set up your financing to pay for this car?
Yes, my parents are going to loan me the money.
That's good. Would you like me to go talk to the seller with you and drive your car home?
That would be of great help.
Glad to be of help. I can't wait to see your new car. That car is exactly what I want, so I probably should buy it.
From what I see, it's a good deal. Should a mechanic check it out for you?
A mechanic looked at it for me on Tuesday when I first looked at it.
It's good that you took care of that. Have you agreed upon a price with the seller?
Yes, he was willing to lower his price a bit, and I am good with that.
Do you know how you are going to pay for this car?
Yes, I have already pre-qualified for a loan with my credit union.
You are very well prepared. I could go with you to talk to the seller and help you get your car home.
I appreciate the offer of help.
It was my pleasure to help you. I'm looking forward to riding in your new car. The car handles very well and is a good deal.
It seems to be a good choice for you. You might want to have a mechanic take a look at it, just to be sure.
My friend is a mechanic, and he came and looked at it for me this morning.
That was smart of you to think ahead. Have you and the seller agreed upon a price?
Yes, he is willing to accept that price I offered him.
Have you thought about how you're going to pay for your car?
I saved up enough money to pay cash for this car.
You really thought this through. Why don't I go with you to make the payment and drive your car home for you?
That would make it a lot easier for me.
Let's go take care of that right now. I really want to see your new car.
This car is exactly what I want.
I'm glad that you like it. I've had good experiences with this car.
So, how much do you want for the car?
Well, the price in the paper was $5,000.
Yes, I know, but I think that might be a little high for this car.
I might be able to come down a little on the price.
How about selling the car for $4,000?
No, that's way less than I could accept. However, I could accept $4,500.
That sounds fair to me.
It's a deal then. Thank you.
I really love this car.
Great. I was hoping that it would go to a driver who appreciates it.
How much are you willing to take for this car?
As I'm sure you noticed, the price in the window is $5,000.
Don't you think you could come down a bit on the price?
You seem like a nice person. Maybe I could lower the price a bit.
Would you sell it to me for $4,000?
I am thinking more in the line of $4,500.
I'll take it then.
Perfect. That works for both of us. I am definitely interested in buying this car.
Wonderful. It's good to find a person who really needs this car.
What is the price for this car?
The price I listed on eBay was $5,000.
I was thinking that maybe you might be willing to lower the price a bit.
You know, I just got a good deal on my new car. I think I can afford to knock a little off of this car.
I was thinking that $4,000 would be a good price.
I couldn't go that low, but I could sell it for $4,500.
That would work well for me.
It's done then. I've enjoyed doing business with you.
I am here to sign my escrow papers.
I will tell you ahead of time that there is a lot to sign here, but I will help you every step of the way.
Should I have brought anything with me?
Basically, what I need from you now is your driver's license or some ID that shows your residency status.
Where do I start?
We will be going through these papers one by one. I will be explaining them all to you, and you can ask questions as we go.
Can I make a phone call to a friend if I have a question?
We do not want you to sign any documents that you do not understand. You may get assistance with any questions that you have.
Will the house be mine when we finish these documents?
This is the last thing you need to do, but it may take a while for the papers to be processed. Your assistant said that it was time to come in and sign my escrow papers.
Don't be intimidated. There's a lot to sign, but I'll explain everything to you very clearly.
Do you need anything from me?
All the papers have been drawn up, but I'll need to see your picture ID so we can notarize these papers.
There are a lot of papers.
We are going to go through these bit by bit. You will have plenty of time to read the fine print.
My dad is going to be here in a minute to help me go through this with you.
We want you to get any outside help that you need. Do not ever sign documents that you don't understand.
Can I start moving in after I finish signing these documents?
When these papers get processed, the house will be yours.
I am very nervous about signing my escrow papers.
Escrow involves a lot of paperwork, but I'll explain all of these steps to you as we go along.
What should I have brought with me?
The only thing that I will need to see is your driver's license, as I will be notarizing these papers.
I feel a little overwhelmed by so many papers.
Don't worry about how many papers there are. We're going to look at them one at a time.
My boyfriend is an attorney and told me that I could fax him anything if I had a question.
Please get any outside help that you need in understanding your escrow documents.
Is this the last thing that I will need to do before the house becomes mine?
At the close of the escrow, the house will be yours. When can I move into my new house?
The current owners will be moving out on Tuesday, so technically you could pick up the keys and move in on Wednesday.
Will the utilities be turned on?
You need to contact the utility company and make arrangements to transfer the utilities to your name.
I really want to paint the walls right away and get the carpet cleaned.
If I were you, I would take a few days to take care of those things before you move in.
I was thinking that I should have my new appliances delivered as we are moving in.
That would be perfect. That way someone will be there, but you will have them right away.
Can you help me on my move-in day?
I think that I have something else really important to do on that day. I just can't remember what it is. What would be a good day to finally move into the house?
Oh, I'm not sure I even want to look at this house.
It is a bit of a fixer-upper. Let's take a look inside.
It doesn't look too much better inside this place.
You know, with a little elbow grease and paint, you could spruce it up a bit.
There are hardly any windows in here, and that makes it really gloomy.
Let's go check out the kitchen. The printout says that it is quite large.
Look at those broken tile countertops and the peeling wallpaper.
Maybe the master suite has some redeeming qualities. Follow me, please.
What's that smell?
Perhaps we should move on to the next listing. This house is not looking all that great from here.
You can't really tell everything about the house from the outside. Let's go inside.
I don't think that it is looking any better inside here.
I think that fresh paint and cleaning would help it look a little bit better.
It is just too dark in here with so few windows.
I hear that the kitchen is quite large. Let's go check it out.
The kitchen may be large, but it doesn't have any storage space.
The master suite is supposed to be quite elegant. Maybe it would be a little better.
How many dogs live in this house?
I think that we have seen all that we need to see here. Let's go look at another house. From the looks of this house, from the outside, I don't really think that I want to go inside.
From here, it does look like it could use a little work. Let's see what the interior looks like.
I'm not impressed by the interior of this house.
Sometimes all a place needs is a little bit of cleaning and some fresh paint.
With so few windows, how can you even see what the problems are?
I think that we should check out the kitchen. It is listed as roomy and spacious.
Where are you supposed to store things without any cabinet space?
The picture in the listing shows a lovely master suite. I think that we should go look at it since we are here.
Is there a dead animal somewhere in here?
Well, I think that it is pretty safe to say that this is not the house for you. I would like to make an offer on this house, but I don't know much about the process.
As a realtor, I'm here to take care of this process. How much were you planning on offering?
I really like the house and will pay the full asking price of $350,000.
We want to leave ourselves some bargaining room. Let's offer $320,000.
That sounds good, but I don't want this house to get away from me.
The market is fairly down right now, so the offer is a realistic one.
When will we know if they accept the offer?
The owners usually respond to an offer within a few days.
Should I be contacting my bank in the meantime?
You were already pre-qualified for your loan, so you are in good shape.
I have never done this before and don't know where to begin as far as making an offer on this house.
Leave the details of making the offer up to me. What were you thinking you should offer?
I absolutely must have this house and will pay $350,000 or more.
It is best to start a little low on the first bid to allow for a counteroffer. How about offering $320,000?
I hope that the owners aren't insulted by that offer.
Your offering price is not out of line. The owners will either take it or make a counteroffer.
Does it usually take very long for the owners to get back to you with an acceptance?
It usually doesn't take very long for owners to respond to an offer.
Should I be in touch with my bank to tell them to get the loan papers ready?
The only thing you should do now is relax. You already are pre-qualified for your loan. I'm interested in buying a house and need some information.
Yes, of course. What are you interested in?
I'm interested in Pasadena or Arcadia.
What size house would you like?
We need a medium-sized house with at least 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms.
Are you interested in being in a particular school district?
Yes, we want to stay in the ABC school district.
Would you like a home near the lake or would you prefer a view?
I would love to have a home with a view.
Fine, I will begin a search for the perfect home for you. I will call you in a few days. I would like to discuss purchasing a home with you.
I can help you. What location are you looking for?
I would like to live in Pasadena or Arcadia.
Have you thought about what your needs are in terms of size?
We would like a smaller, cozy cottage with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom.
Is living in a particular school district important to you?
No, we don't really care because they are all pretty good around here.
Are you interested in purchasing on the lake, or would you like a home with a view?
We really want to live in a lakeside home with a dock for our boat.
Now that I have an idea of what you want, I can begin my search. I have been thinking of buying a house and would like to speak with you.
I have time to speak with you. Where would you like to purchase your house?
I am most interested in Pasadena or Arcadia, but would be open to other suggestions.
How many bedrooms and bathrooms do you need?
We have several generations of family living in our household and so need a very large home.
Do you need to be located in a particular school district?
It doesn't matter, as we do not have any children.
Is a view important to you, or would you rather be located on a lakeshore lot?
In a perfect world, we would like a home with a view of the lake.
Thank you for all the information. I will help you find the perfect house for you. I heard that you finished my home inspection, and I was wondering how it went.
First of all, we need to understand what I was looking for. Do you know what the purpose of an inspection is?
I'm not sure what a home inspection is all about.
I went there to check for problems with the home, so you aren't surprised when you move in.
Wouldn't the owners have told me about any problems?
Sellers aren't always truthful, and there might also be problems that they aren't aware of.
Can I require the owners to fix the problems?
You can make the sale of the house contingent on them fixing the problems.
What did you find out when you did the inspection of my new home?
There were no major problems. One leaky pipe under the sink and 2 broken roof tiles was all that I found. Can you tell me the results of my home inspection?
Before I answer that, I want to make sure that you know what I was looking for. Are you clear on what I was looking for?
I never had a home inspection before.
I inspect the home for problems that might not be all that apparent in a quick walkthrough.
I asked the owners, and they said that everything was great with the house.
The owners might not be aware of everything wrong with the house. Some things are hidden, but might still be a problem for you in the future.
I heard that the owners must fix all the problems before the escrow closes.
I inform you of the problems. If there are major problems, you can decline to buy the house, or they may wish to fix any problems.
What kinds of things did you discover in my home inspection?
I found some fairly major problems. A major support beam in the roof is broken, and the shower floor leaked and rotted out the second floor joist. I came in to see how my home inspection went.
First of all, I need to share what the purpose of a home inspection is. Do you understand what I was doing there?
I had a home inspection before, but didn't really understand it.
I help you spot potential problems with the home before you purchase it.
The owner said that the roof had leaked, but that he had got it fixed last month.
Sellers aren't really all that objective. They may have gotten used to a leaky faucet, but it is still broken.
Are the sellers responsible for fixing the problems with the house?
The owners may wish to pay to have the problems fixed, or maybe the price of the house can be reduced.
Did you find a lot of things wrong during the home inspection?
The house has a very outdated electrical system. Many of the switches and outlets do not work and are unsafe. Have the owners come up with a counter-offer to my offer to buy their home yet?
The owners have counter-offered $335,000.
Should I accept their offer?
There are 2 ways to respond. You can either come back with another offer or go with their counter-offer.
What if I make another offer and they don't accept it?
No one else has made an offer, so you can make another offer if you want to do so.
I think that I would like to offer $330,000 as a counter-offer.
Okay, I will present your counter-offer to the owners tonight.
How long before I find out what their decision is?
By now, the owners probably have a pretty good idea of what they will accept. It will go quickly. Your office called and said that the owners had made a counter-offer to my offer to purchase their house.
To your offer of $320,000, the owners have counter-offered $335,000.
I think that maybe I should accept their offer.
You, of course, have 2 ways of responding. You can say yes or come up with another offer.
I want to make another offer, but I am afraid that they will decline and I will lose this house.
There is always a chance that someone could outbid you, but you could try one more offer if you like.
I would now like to offer $330,000 as a counter-offer.
After the owners get home from work tonight, I will approach them with your offer.
Can you tell me how long it will take them to get back to me?
I don't think that it would take as long as the response to the first offer. Have the owners answered back with a counter-offer for my offer to purchase the house?
In response to your offer, the sellers have decided to counter-offer $335,000.
That sounds pretty good to me, but I'm not sure what to do.
You can accept this offer or decline it and come up with another offer.
If I make another offer and they refuse, then what?
Personally, I would consider making one more offer, but it is up to you to decide what to do.
Let's try going with $330,000 for a counter-offer.
I will contact the sellers with your current offer.
Do you think that this will move along fairly quickly?
Usually the response to the second offer moves along a bit more quickly than the first one.
Hello, I would like to make an appointment to look at houses.
Sure, would you prefer looking in the morning or afternoon?
I would prefer mornings.
Can you go during the week or can you only go during the weekend?
Going to look at houses during the week is best for me.
Where would you like me to pick you up?
I will meet you at the real estate office.
I am thinking of looking at 3 houses and it will take about 2 hours.
That sounds good to me.
Once I contact the owners and confirm the times, I will email you a schedule. I would like to pick a time to look at houses with you.
Would mornings or afternoons be best for you?
It is easier for me to take off work in the afternoon.
It is best if we can go during the week. Does that work for you?
Because of work, I can only go look at houses on the weekend.
Would you like to meet at the real estate office, or should I pick you up at home?
If you could pick me up at home, that would be great.
We could spend most of the day looking at houses to see all that we have to see.
That might be a little too much, but we'll see how it goes.
I will fax you a schedule as soon as I contact the owners to confirm the times. Can we choose a time to look at houses together?
Can you do that in the mornings or would the afternoons be best?
Either way is good for me.
There are a number of open houses this weekend in your area. Would that be okay with you?
I can take a little time off work, or I can go on a weekend also.
We could meet at the real estate office, or I could pick you up at your home.
I am leaving from work, so maybe I could just meet you at the first house that we looked at.
I can think of 5 homes that we should look at. It will take most of the day.
I would like to see as many as possible.
When I have confirmed the times with the owners, I will email you our plans for the day. I really like the way this house looks.
Yes, it has great curb appeal.
The landscaping is wonderful.
Yes, it is nice, but wait until you see the interior.
Oh, I see what you mean.
The carpeting and paint are all new, as well as the window treatments.
I love the sage green carpeting with the sunset-colored walls.
Come and see the kitchen.
Oh, look at that beautiful countertop material and the double sink.
Let's go check out the bedroom and bathroom.
I really like the jacuzzi bathtub in the bathroom.
I am happy that you like the house. We should write down what we like so that we can remember it. I have a good feeling about this house.
Yes, I liked it the first moment I pulled up to it.
I love the paint job.
If you like the outside, you're going to really love the inside.
What a beautiful home.
You'll notice that the window treatments, carpeting, and drapes are all new.
I like the way the blinds give you privacy from the street.
Follow me into the kitchen. You will love it.
I love that they put a wine storage area in the kitchen.
The best part is the bedroom and attached bathroom.
I love the relaxing colors in the tile and floor covering.
Let's take a few pictures so that we can remember what we like about this home. This looks like a very nice house.
You know, I fell in love with this house the first moment I laid eyes on it.
The style of the exterior is just what I've been looking for.
The exterior is only half of the story. The interior is incredible.
This home is gorgeous on the inside.
Everything that you see on the walls, floors, and windows is brand new.
The wall colors totally suit the style of the house.
Straight ahead is the gourmet kitchen.
I love the bamboo flooring and granite countertops.
The master suite is the best. Let's go look at that next.
There is plenty of room for our king-size bed, and I love the light in this room.
I know that you like this house, but let's take a look at the others before you make up your mind.
Did you get a chance to speak with the sellers about my counteroffer?
Yes, and I think I have good news for you.
Did they accept the counteroffer?
Yes, they accepted your counteroffer, but they want you to pay for the home inspection.
How much will that cost?
It will cost you around $500 to $1,000 for a home inspection.
Can I choose the home inspector?
Yes, you are paying for it, so you get to choose. I will pick the best one.
So, when are you going to inform the owners of my acceptance?
I will call the owners right now. They will be happy to hear the good news. I was anxious to find out what the sellers had to say about my counteroffer.
I was able to contact them, so if you'll step into my office, we'll talk.
Did they go with the proposed counteroffer?
They want you to pick up the cost of the home inspection, but they accepted your offer.
Is a home inspection very expensive?
It can cost between $500 and $1,000.
Do I get to choose who inspects the home?
Yes, you get to choose. I would spend a little more time to get a really thorough inspection.
Can you call the owners with my acceptance right away?
I am going to contact the sellers immediately. They were looking forward to your acceptance. Were you able to contact the owners about my counteroffer?
Yes, please have a seat and we'll discuss this right now.
I hope that they accepted the counteroffer.
The counteroffer was acceptable to them, but they want you to pay for the home inspection.
Will the home inspection cost me a lot?
It can cost as little as $500 and as much as $1,000.
Is it my choice as to who inspects this house?
Yes, it is your choice as you are paying for it. Make a wise investment and choose the best inspector you can find.
How long until you contact the sellers with my acceptance?
Let's call them right now. I am sure that they will be happy to hear that you have agreed to pay for the inspection. Hey, let's pull over and look at that house over there.
Yes, that looks great. Is it on our open house list?
Yes, it is on our list.
Well, it looks great from the curb. Let's go on inside.
Let's sign the registry. The realtor looks kind of busy right now.
Okay, let's go check out the kitchen next.
Oh, look, they have some refreshments in here.
Make sure that you pick up a flyer with the information about the home.
Does it say how much they're asking for this house?
Yes, it seems to have been discounted from $235,000 to $225,000. I see an open house sign over there, and I think we should go check it out.
I think that looks like a very nice house. Is it in our internet listing for open houses?
Yes, I see it listed on the printout we got off the internet.
I love the beautiful lawn. What a great front entryway.
We need to make sure to put our names in the registry so the realtor knows we were here.
That works for me. We can check out the kitchen next.
On such a hot day, it is thoughtful to have water out for potential buyers.
Check out the flyer with all the home's information on it.
What is the price of this house in the flyer?
They have changed the asking price since it was first went on the market. It is now $225,000. I want to take a look at that home with the open house flags out front.
What a wonderful neighborhood. Can you find that house on our open house list?
Yes, that is one of the houses that we have on our list.
They always make the front yards look so great for open houses. Let's see what the inside looks like.
I'm going to sign my name in the registry to let the listing agent know that we were here.
Signing the registry is a good idea. I think I want to see the kitchen next.
I really appreciate that the listing agent provided water on such a hot day.
I need to pick up a flyer with the information about the house on it.
Is the current asking price listed on the flyer?
The asking price has recently gone down to $225,000. I need to see if I qualify for a home loan.
I can help you. How much money do you make per year?
I make around $100,000 per year.
How long have you been on your current job?
I've only worked at this job for 6 months, but I have a longer job history elsewhere.
Do you have any other outside income from rental property or trust?
No, I only receive my salary.
Do you know your credit score?
I think that it is around 600.
By crunching the numbers and putting in your expenses, I estimate that you can afford a house of around $500,000. I'm trying to see if I can afford to purchase a home that I wish to buy.
We can figure that out right now. How much do you earn annually?
My wife and I earned $150,000 last year.
How many years have you held your current position?
I've been in my current job for 10 years.
Is there any extra income that you receive other than salary?
I collect $1,000 a month from rental property.
Have you ever figured out your credit score?
I try not to think about it.
Adding in your expenses, I calculate that you can spend $300,000 on a house. I want to go house shopping and I want to know what I can afford to buy.
There is a formula that can help us figure that out. What is your annual salary?
I earn $65,000 per year.
What is the length of the time that you have worked at the job you have now?
I have been at the job I now have for 2 years, and I have been with the company for 6 years total.
Do you receive any other income?
I own a small rental unit with a partner, and I receive $500 a month from that unit.
Do you know what your credit score is?
I don't know, but the last time I checked, it was very good.
You are in good shape. Figuring in your other expenses, you can easily afford a house costing $700,000 or maybe even a little more.
Can you help me figure out some inexpensive ways to fix up the exterior of my home?
Like the interior, the number one thing you can do is to repaint the outside of your home if it needs it.
What do you think of the landscaping?
Your lawn looks really good. Perhaps you could get some timers installed for your sprinklers.
How about adding some flowers or something?
Colorful flowers are always a nice addition to a yard to add curb appeal.
What about fixing up the backyard?
Make sure the lawn is well trimmed and the bushes are cut back.
Can you think of any more overall suggestions for the exterior?
Wash all the windows inside and out. What can I do to fix up the exterior of my home?
I would say the number one thing that you can do is paint your home. But your home has been painted recently and looks great.
What can I do about the landscaping?
Your lawn looks a little dried out. I think all it needs is a little fertilizer and water.
My front yard looks a little boring. How can I brighten it up?
I would definitely put in some new plantings to liven your yard up a bit.
Should I be worried about what my backyard looks like?
You need to repair that section where your fence is falling down.
What else can I do to make the exterior of the house look extra good to buyers?
Make sure to keep the sidewalks and driveways swept clean at all times. I keep hearing about curb appeal and want to know how to achieve it.
The paint job on your home looks pretty good, but I would touch up the wooden trim a little where you have some peeling spots.
I am not so sure that everyone will like the landscaping.
Your landscaping is a disaster. To get top dollar for your home, you should replace it.
Is there anything I can do to add some interest to my front yard?
You have beautiful plants in your yard, although some of them aren't in bloom right now. Just add a few colorful flowers in pots.
Is the appearance of the backyard important?
If you can borrow some really nice patio furniture to show off your lovely patio, that would be nice.
Any final suggestions on how I can make the exterior of my house even more appealing?
Having your trees and bushes trimmed could be an investment.
I am interested in selling my home and would like to know what is involved.
You have come to the right place. When were you interested in selling your home?
I just received a job transfer and need to relocate right away.
How long have you been in your current home?
I have lived in my home for about 10 years.
As I'm sure that you are aware, the market has fallen in the past year. People are more likely to make money if they have owned their own home for a while.
Will I be able to recover the money I paid for my home?
It is hard to say, but whatever house you buy will also be costing you a lot less.
What is the next step in selling my home?
I would like to meet with you tomorrow to look at your property, and then you and I can figure out a contract. I am looking for a realtor to help me sell my home.
I would be happy to help you with any questions that you might have. When were you thinking of selling your home?
I am interested in moving up to a bigger home, but first I need to sell the one I now own.
Have you owned your home for a long time?
I just bought my home 2 years ago.
I think you probably know that the market is not all that great. You are more likely to see a profit if you have owned for 8 years or more.
Will I be losing money if I sell right now?
It is impossible to predict with certainty what will happen, but you can purchase a replacement home at a lower rate also.
What can I do next to get the ball rolling on this sale?
If it works for you, I would like to come over and see your home. Then we can draw up a contract. I am considering selling my home and would like information on doing so.
It would be my pleasure to answer any questions that you might have. Were you interested in selling in the near future?
I am just checking out the possibility of selling, as I am thinking of moving to Hawaii.
Is your home a recent purchase, or have you owned it for a while?
The house has been in my family for years, but I just became the owner 6 months ago when my mother passed away.
Housing prices have fallen quite a bit. The longer you have owned your home, the greater the profit.
Am I going to lose my shirt selling my home right away?
It will all kind of even out. You may sell low, but you can also buy low.
What should we be doing to get the process started?
If it fits into your schedule, I could meet you tomorrow morning and we could take a look at your property. The next step would be us both signing a contract. Thank you for coming to look at my house.
I really wanted to take a look and help give you an idea of what we need to do.
When will people come to look at my house?
Basically, there are 2 ways people can view your home. They can come to an open house, or they can come with a realtor to view it during a private appointment.
Will people from other real estate offices be involved, or just from your office?
Your house is going to be listed as a multiple listing so that it will have the maximum exposure to a variety of people.
When will I know when people are going to come to see my house?
We will set the parameters in the contract, but usually you will receive at least 4 hours of notification that someone is coming.
What happens during an open house day?
You will be expected to be away during an open house. I will take care of the details. I appreciate you dropping by to look at my home.
It is useful for us to take a walk through your home together so that we make sure that we are on the same page.
How do you show my home to potential buyers?
We will have an open house or 2 on a weekend, and we also will show your home with private appointments during the week.
Are you the only real estate office that will be showing my house?
We are placing your house as a multiple listing. That way, people who don't work for my particular office can show your home to their clients.
How will I know when to expect prospective buyers?
That will be set in your contract. Usually, you will be given 4 hours notice.
Can I stay home during an open house day?
The seller is never at home during an open house. I, personally, will handle the showing of your home. Thanks for stopping by to evaluate my home.
I want to make sure that you are very clear on what the steps are to selling a home.
When can people come and see my home?
We will have several open house weekends. Various realtors will also show your house during the week.
Will I know all of the realtors who will be showing my home, or will they be strangers?
Your house will be listed on what we call a multiple listing. That way it will be shown by a variety of realtors.
Can people just drop in any time they feel like it?
We usually try and give you at least 4 hours of notification that someone is coming to look at your home.
Will I have to go away during an open house day?
I will handle all of the work involved for the open house. The only thing that you need to do is to be somewhere else.
What should I do to get ready for the open house?
Your house needs to be as clean and uncluttered as possible.
Can we stay in the house while it's being shown?
No one is to be in the house during the open house except for the realtor and the potential buyers who are looking at the house.
Can we leave our dog in the backyard during the open house?
Absolutely no pets are to remain in the house during open house. Take them with you or board them, please.
I have a lot of expensive jewelry and am afraid to leave it in the house.
We will do our best to watch over your things, but expensive jewelry and guns need to go with you.
How will we know when to come home?
The open house will last from 11 o'clock until 4 o'clock. Is there anything special I should do to get ready for our open house this weekend?
Just make sure that your house is perfectly clean and that everything is put away.
My husband wants to watch the game, and we were wondering if he could stay in his den during our open house.
Everyone in the household must leave the premises before the potential buyers arrive.
Can the cat stay on the bed during open house?
No pets are allowed at the open house. Maybe your neighbor would let your pets stay over there for a few hours.
Where can I hide my expensive jewelry?
If you have a safe, put your jewelry in there. Otherwise, please take your valuables with you.
Will you let us know when everyone has left?
Usually the open house lasts until 4 o'clock. If this one ends earlier, I will call you on your cell phone. What suggestions do you have for preparing the open house on Saturday?
The 2 most important things are that your home is clean and clutter-free.
My mother is old and wants to stay in her room during the open house.
Absolutely no occupants of the house are to be present during an open house.
We have several pet snakes and would like them to stay in the garage during open house.
You wouldn't want someone to hate your house because they can't stand animals, would you? Your pets need to disappear for a bit.
Will someone be watching to make sure my expensive jewelry doesn't get ripped off?
We have 2 realtors to keep an eye on things at all times. But please, don't keep valuable jewelry or guns in your home when it is being shown.
What time will the open house be over?
You can come home at 4 o'clock if you like. If it is rainy and slow, I will call you if I decide to end it a little early. I heard that the potential buyer is interested in me carrying part of a loan for him.
Carrying part of a loan can be a good or a bad thing, depending on the circumstances.
What would be an advantage of me carrying a note on the house?
If you don't need the money, you can earn a fairly good interest rate.
Why does my buyer want me to carry part of his loan?
In this economy, buyers sometimes have trouble getting a loan, even when they have good credit.
What are the risks to me?
The risk is that the market could drop drastically and the owner would walk away.
How long will I need to commit to financing this loan?
You need to make an agreement with the buyer as to how long you will carry the note. My potential buyer has asked me to carry part of his loan.
The decision to carry part of a loan might be advantageous to you or problematic.
Why would I ever want to carry a note on a house?
It is a type of investment that can offer a fairly steady return over a set period of time.
Why is my buyer requesting that I carry part of his loan?
Oftentimes, buyers are well able to afford the home, but unable to qualify for a loan.
Are there any risks in carrying a second mortgage?
You are basically betting on the fact that the home is not going to drastically fall in price. This could leave you with a house that is not worth much.
Will I be financing this loan for a set period of time?
That is entirely up to you and the buyer. If the purchaser of your home wants you to carry part of the loan, is that good?
Carrying a loan could be good or bad for you as a seller.
Why would it be a good thing to carry a note on my own house?
For investors who can afford to have their money tied up, it can offer a fairly nice return.
What advantage is my buyer looking for in having me carry him on paper?
We are seeing more and more buyers who are not able to qualify for a loan and are able to take out a second mortgage with the owner.
Can I lose my money if I carry a second mortgage?
It is an investment and carries some risks. You are counting on the housing market to not go into a tailspin.
Is there a certain amount of time that I will be carrying this loan?
The buyer and the seller set the year for the loan to come due. Help knowing what to do about transferring the deed on my house.
The work of legally transferring the deed of your house will be taken care of in escrow.
What is the first thing that they will do?
The first thing they do is a title search to make sure that there are no liens against your property.
What if I have a lien against my property?
Your home cannot be sold until you clear all liens.
How long will the escrow take?
You can control some aspects of the length of your escrow, but not all. Complete all paperwork in a timely fashion.
So, how many days will it take?
An escrow can take anywhere from 30 to 90 days.
I know nothing about transferring the deed of my home.
The escrow company will be doing all of the work in transferring your deed.
What is the first step in transferring my deed?
A deed transfer always includes a title search to make sure that there are no outstanding liens against the property.
What if they discover a lien against my property?
A title transfer cannot occur until you clear all liens.
Will my escrow take long?
To move your escrow along, it is important to supply all documents that are requested in a timely fashion.
What is the length of the average escrow?
The average escrow will last anywhere from 30 to 90 days.
I think that I'm going to hire a lawyer to help me transfer the deed of my house.
Don't worry, the escrow company will be helping us with the transferring of the deed.
How do they begin the process of transferring the deed?
A title search is necessary to make sure that there are no liens against your property.
What will happen if they find a lien against my property?
All liens against the property must be cleared before the sale of your house can continue.
How can I shorten my escrow?
Make sure that you accurately complete all paperwork in a timely fashion. This will help shorten the length of your escrow.
How many days will it take to close the escrow?
30 to 90 days is about how long it takes to complete an escrow. Do you have any helpful hints for preparing to move out of my home?
The first thing I would do is to make a list of what needs to be done. Then number the items as to what can be done ahead of time.
What kinds of things should be on my list?
First would probably be to get rid of any extra things that you have by having a garage sale.
That is a good idea because I have way too much junk.
You also should schedule your moving van in advance.
Can I begin packing things ahead of time?
Yes, just keep in mind what you won't be using in the near future and pack those items first.
Should I schedule my utilities to be shut off?
You need to work that out ahead of time with your utility companies and the new owners. I was wondering if you had any useful suggestions for how to prepare for our moving day.
Make a prioritized list of what needs to be done and when. Many things can be done ahead of time.
Can you give me some suggestions for my list?
Many people have a garage sale to avoid moving things that they no longer use.
That would certainly cut down on the price of moving.
Make sure that you take the time to schedule your moving van.
Would it be okay to get a head start on my packing?
Begin by packing things that you don't frequently need. Save only a few things until right before your moving date.
When should I have my utilities shut off?
It is best for you and the new owners to coordinate the transfer of the utilities and what needs to be turned off and on.
I want our moving day to go smoothly, and I'm open to your suggestions.
I would suggest that you make a list and check off the items as you go along. The list will get shorter as your moving date approaches.
What things do people usually put on their moving list?
One thing that can be done ahead of time is to get rid of excess stuff by having a garage sale.
That would mean a lot less time wasted in packing up our things.
List scheduling your moving van as an item on your to-do list.
Do people ever start packing a month or so before moving?
You can certainly start packing things that you won't be using right away.
I don't know if I should have my utilities shut off or leave them on for the people who are moving in.
You could simply have all the utilities shut off on the day you move out, but you might want to coordinate with the new owners.
So, how much did the buyers bid on our house?
Your asking price was $300,000. The potential buyers offered $290,000.
That's a great offer.
Yes, it is a good offer. Before you accept, we should look at some details.
What else do we need to look at?
They want you to pay all closing costs. Of course, they are making the sale contingent on an inspection showing no major defects in the house.
I think that sounds fair.
You could put in a counter offer, but I know that these buyers also have their eye on another house down the street.
I definitely want to accept their offer.
Excellent decision. I will notify them immediately. I am so anxious to hear what the bid was on our house.
Remember that we set the asking price at $3,000. The first offer is $290,000.
That's way better than I expected so early in the game.
The offer is definitely a good one. But let's make sure we look at the whole picture.
What are the other considerations?
They want you to pay for the inspection, but they want to pick out the inspector. If the house is defective, they will want out of the deal.
I don't have a problem with that.
You could make them a counteroffer, but I know that you need a timely sale.
Please notify the buyers that I have accepted their offer.
I think that you're making the right choice. I will phone the buyers right away. What did the buyers offer us on our house?
With the original asking price at $300,000, the buyers are willing to pay $290,000.
I am really pleased with that offer.
I agree that the offer is in the ballpark. We need to consider everything before we accept.
Besides the selling price, what else is there to consider?
They want you to pay to have the cracks in the back wall fixed and a couple of the roof tiles replaced.
All of that is acceptable to me.
A counteroffer by you is always a possibility, but their price is very close to your asking price. You could risk losing the sale.
I wish to officially accept their offer.
This is a win-win situation for both you and the buyer. I am sure that you will both be happy with your decision.
I hear the young couple that came by the other day made an offer on the house.
Yes, the potential buyers made an offer this morning.
Is the offer a good offer?
The offer is pretty good. You asked $300,000 and they offered $280,000.
I would be willing to take $290,000 but no lower.
You could make a counteroffer of $290,000. Would you like to do that?
Yes. I would like to make the counteroffer.
I will make the counteroffer immediately by phone.
What if they don't accept the counteroffer?
They can make a counteroffer themselves or state that their first offer stands. I got a message on my machine that you received an offer on my house.
Yes. The offer came in late last night. It was too late to call you.
Is the offer as high as we were hoping for?
They offered $280,000, and you were asking $300,000. They are definitely in the ballpark.
I was prepared to go a little lower, but more like $290,000.
Would you like to make a counteroffer of $290,000?
I definitely would like to make a counteroffer.
I will fax them the counteroffer right away.
What if my counteroffer gets turned down?
They have an option of making a counteroffer, or they can just reject your counteroffer.
Your office called and said that an offer came in on our house.
Yes. The offer came in less than an hour ago.
How good of an offer did we receive?
Their bid was $280,000. And you said that you wanted $300,000. Their bid is a reasonable start.
We built a little leeway into the asking price, but I don't want to accept less than $290,000.
Sellers frequently make a counteroffer. Would you like to counteroffer $290,000?
I think that a counteroffer would be wise at this point.
I will contact their agent right away with your counteroffer.
What should we do if they don't like the counteroffer?
If the seller doesn't want to accept your counteroffer, they can reject it or come up with a counteroffer of their own. How much do you think I should ask for my house?
Well, there are a lot of factors involved in setting an asking price.
What do you look at when setting an asking price?
We need to look at the selling prices for similar homes in the area. These will vary according to the condition of the home, specific location, and lot size.
Do I have to use comparisons as the asking price for my house?
No, but a seller is not going to be able to get a loan if the selling price is a lot higher than what an appraiser feels the home is worth.
Isn't it better to price my house really high and see what I can get?
You shouldn't set the price of the house unrealistically high. Oftentimes, buyers are put off by this practice.
Can I change my mind and lower my price if the home doesn't sell?
Sure, you can always lower your asking price. I am not sure what the asking price for my house should be.
We have to take in a number of factors in setting an asking price.
What do we need to consider in establishing an acceptable price for a home?
The comparisons to other similar homes in your area give us a good indication of what your home is worth.
Is the price that we get by looking at comparisons necessarily the asking price that I have to use for my home?
You don't have to use that particular asking price, but the buyer is going to have trouble getting a loan if the house is priced too high.
Should I just shoot for the moon? And if I have to lower the price, do it later?
You should be realistic in your pricing, otherwise many potential buyers just walk away.
Can we lower the asking price later if we need to?
We can always reevaluate the asking price in a few weeks if we aren't getting any offers. What do you think the asking price of my home should be?
There are many things to take into consideration when pricing a home.
What is involved in figuring out an asking price?
We need to combine many factors regarding your home to come up with an accurate value for your home.
When you look at comparisons, do I necessarily have to ask that price?
You don't have to use the price from the comparisons as your asking price. However, you must be realistic in what you ask.
I think that I'm going to set the price really high so that I have room to bargain with the buyers.
Don't go overboard in trying to get top dollar. More often than not, that strategy backfires.
Is it okay to lower the asking price if the first price isn't bringing in any offers?
If the market doesn't support your asking price, we can always reevaluate our pricing and adjust it.
Your office called and left a message that several offers had come in on our home.
Yes, we received 3 offers in one day for our home.
Were the offers for a good price?
One offer was for the full asking price, one slightly below, and one above.
Well, I'm going to accept the highest bid, of course.
Actually, there are a few things to consider other than who is offering the most money.
What other factors do I need to consider?
We need to consider the likelihood of the buyers actually being able to purchase the house.
How do we check on the buyer's ability to purchase our home?
We would check to see if these buyers are pre-qualified for the loan amount they need. This information will help you make a good decision.
When we get all the information, then I will make my decision.
When you make that decision, I will present it to the buyers. I received your email about the many purchase offers for my house.
It has been quite a busy day regarding your home. We just received 3 offers.
Did the potential buyers offer a good price?
There were offers above and below your asking price, as well as one exactly for the asking price.
The highest bid is always the best.
We need to look at the big picture in deciding which bid to accept.
What things would you like me to look at?
Just because a buyer offers the money doesn't mean that they actually have the credit to purchase the home.
How do I get the information about a buyer's ability to afford to buy a home?
We will check to see if any of the buyers have a large down payment. A large down payment of available cash would be a good sign.
I will wait for that information and give you my answer.
Please, let me know when you have made your decision, and I will contract your buyers. My friend said that you had called regarding multiple offers for my home.
The open house was quite a success. Last night we received 3 offers on your home.
I am anxious to hear how good an offer we received.
Offers above and below the asking price came in. One was right on the money.
Let's go with the highest bid.
We need to look at a number of factors in deciding which bid to go with.
What matters besides getting the money for the house?
We need to make sure that these potential buyers are actually qualified to even purchase a home.
I don't even know where to begin checking our buyers' credit information.
We can check to see if these buyers have already sold their current home. This would make them desirable.
I think that gathering that information will be helpful to me.
Please let me know if I can further assist you in making your decision. So, during the time that you are showing my house, how will my valuables be protected?
A real estate company takes every precaution to see that your valuables are protected at all times.
How will I know when someone will be looking at my home?
We will typically give you at least 4 hours notice on a weekend before we come by.
Will you always accompany whoever is looking at my home?
Your house is listed on the multiple listing. That means that people from a variety of real estate offices will be showing your house.
How will the realtors get into my house if I am not at home?
We put a lockbox on your house. The realtors will have a key to the lockbox, and then they can get a key to your front door.
What about people watching my stuff during an open house?
We always suggest that you either store your jewelry in a safe or move it into a friend's house while your house is being shown. I'm worried about the security of my home while it is being shown.
We do everything we can to protect your home and your valuables.
Do people just come and look whenever they want to?
During the week, we will let you know the night before if we will be bringing someone by the next day.
I am assuming that someone from your office will always be there, right?
Your home is listed exclusively with our office. We will be the only ones showing your home.
Does everyone have a copy of my house key?
Realtors have a special key to what is called a lockbox. Once they get into the lockbox, they can get a key to the house.
I have heard horror stories from friends about being ripped off during their open house.
Our company has invested in several cameras that we place in the key rooms while the house is being shown. I have heard horror stories about people's things being stolen while their house is being shown.
We have a very good track record when it comes to home security.
I am not so sure that I like the idea of people showing up whenever they want to pop in.
We will always call at least 12 hours in advance if we are bringing somebody by to see your home.
Are you the only one showing my house?
To get a maximum exposure and a variety of buyers, your home is listed on the multiple listing. Many different realtors will be showing your home.
Do you have to come and let the different realtors in when they want to come look at my house?
The realtors can get a key to your house by unlocking a lockbox on your front door. They use it while they are there and return it when they leave.
The thing I worry about the most is having my valuables stolen during an open house.
Our realtors try to be very aware at all times of who is in the house and what they are doing. So, what do you think I should do to fix up the interior of my house?
A fresh coat of paint is the #1 improvement that you can make to your home.
What colors do you think would be best?
You need to go with fairly neutral tones. You want fairly contemporary colors that will go with a variety of furnishings.
After paint, what is the next most important improvement that I can make?
Remove any extra furnishings and personal items. Make your home look as uncluttered as possible.
Should I get a new carpet?
Your carpet is in really good shape. New owners typically want to pick out their own carpeting.
How about improvements to the bathroom?
New faucets are not that expensive and can quickly add a clean and more up-to-date look. What are your suggestions for some inexpensive fixes to help me get the best price for my home?
Painting the interior of your home is not that expensive and greatly improves the appearance of your home.
Should I go for trendy colors or more traditional tones?
You don't want to make dramatic statements with paint, but don't go with just white either.
What else can I do besides paint the inside of my home to improve its value?
You need to get rid of any extra furniture or knickknacks.
I need to know if I should replace the carpeting.
Your carpeting is very worn. You might want to explore buying some attractive, inexpensive carpeting.
How about improvements to the kitchen?
You could inexpensively replace the linoleum flooring. That would really brighten things up. What do people usually do to improve the interior of their houses before they sell them?
Your house looks very nice on the inside, but a fresh coat of paint always helps brighten a home's interior.
I get confused when trying to pick out colors that other people might like.
Lighter, neutral colors are usually best. They make rooms appear larger.
The painting suggestion is a good one, but after that, what improvement will add value to my home?
Your interior should have only the most basic of furniture. Either store or get rid of any extra clutter.
What about replacing the floor covering?
I know that your carpeting is not brand new, but with a good steam cleaning, I think that it will look great.
Is there anything that I can do to the bathroom and the kitchen that wouldn't cost too much?
New curtains or blinds do not cost that much and brighten up any room. Is the moving van here yet?
Yes, it just pulled up to the curb. Here we go.
Could you double check and make sure that everything made it into the boxes?
I have already done that. Would you like me to put our suitcases into the car?
Yes, this would be a good time to do that.
I am so glad that we took the time to pack our essentials into suitcases. It will tide us over until the van arrives at our new home.
Would this be a good time to pack the frozen food into the ice chest?
I think that we should wait until the very last minute to do that.
I am going to take the dog for a walk so that he doesn't get too stressed out as the movers are working.
Well, let's get started sweeping up and do a last-minute cleaning.
Do you think that the moving van has arrived?
It's coming down the street, even as we speak.
Could I ask you to make one last check to make sure that everything got into the boxes?
Relax! Do you need me to put the suitcases in the car?
Yes, let's do that right now.
It was such a good idea to pack the suitcases to have some things with us while we're waiting for the moving van to arrive on the other end.
Maybe we could pack the frozen food into the ice chest?
Let's wait until the van is almost completely loaded to take care of that.
I am sure happy that we dropped the cats off at the kennel so they aren't freaking out.
I'm going to start sweeping up the floor. I want the new owners to not have to clean up a mess. Could you check and see if the moving van is out there yet?
It just arrived. They are parking at the curb right now.
Do me a favor and do one last walkthrough to check for anything that may not have gotten packed.
We've already double-checked everything. Should we put the suitcases in the car?
It is the perfect time to take care of that.
I am so happy that we didn't pack all of our clothes into boxes. The suitcase of clothes will help us to get what we need until our boxes arrived.
Should we empty the freezer into the ice chest?
Let's do a few more things and then take care of that as one of the last things we do.
Deciding to keep the birds at the neighbors until we leave was a good idea.
Let's sweep the floor on our way out so we don't leave too big of a mess behind.
My assistant called and said that you had received a response to our counteroffer.
Yes, the buyers called me just an hour ago.
Did they accept the counteroffer?
They came back with their own counteroffer of $5,000 less than you wanted.
What do they think about their counteroffer?
I think that this is a good offer. They also would like to have a 90-day escrow to allow them to sell their home.
The length of the escrow is not that huge issue with us.
They also want to sell contingent on a good building inspection.
That is reasonable. And I accept the conditions.
I will let them know that you have accepted their counteroffer. They will be very pleased.
I had a message on my phone that the buyers had responded to our counteroffer.
Yes, the response just came through on the fax machine.
Was the counteroffer acceptable to them?
They made their own counteroffer of $5,000 less than you proposed.
Do you feel their counteroffer is reasonable?
Their offer is a good one. They also want to have a short escrow, as they have already sold their home and are ready to move in.
We can accommodate the buyer's desire for an escrow length of their choosing.
They want their building inspector to approve the quality of their house.
I would expect that to be the case and accept their counteroffer.
I will contact the buyers immediately and let them know of your acceptance of their counteroffer. I'm sure they will be excited. I was calling in to see if there had been any response from the buyers regarding my counteroffer.
Yes, the buyer's agent just contacted me while I was at the open house.
Did they state whether the counteroffer worked for them or not?
They almost accepted your counteroffer price, but want to go a little lower. They are offering $5,000 less than your counteroffer.
In your professional opinion, is this a good offer?
Personally, in today's market, I would accept the offer. They also want a short escrow as they feel that the interest rates are low right now.
We can either lengthen or shorten the escrow for the buyer.
They want to make sure that the inspector says that there are no major problems with the house before this is a solid deal.
Of course. The house will have to pass a basic inspection, but we accept their counteroffer.
The buyers will be happy to hear that you have accepted their counteroffer. Hi, I was calling to see if the buyers had accepted my counteroffer.
Yes, actually, just called back with a counteroffer of their own.
Is the counteroffer close to the asking price?
The counteroffer is for $10,000 less than your asking price.
I didn't really want to go that low in my pricing.
I agree that price is too low. Your home is in good shape, and you should get a better price for it.
What should I do at this point?
Since you don't want to go any lower, I can notify them that you are rejecting their latest offer.
Can you take care of that for me and get back to me?
I will let them know that your counteroffer was the lowest price that you will accept.
Has there been any word about whether the buyers have accepted my counteroffer?
Yes, I was going to call you this morning. Your buyers have responded with a counteroffer.
Is the counteroffer a good one?
They are now offering $10,000 less than your asking price.
That is really a bit lower in price than I would like to go.
I think that your feelings are valid. You have a beautiful home and can afford to wait for a better offer.
What is the next step?
You can flat out reject their offer and see what they come up with.
I would like to notify them that I am rejecting their offer.
I will notify the buyers that you will not accept their counteroffer. I was wondering if the buyers have accepted my counteroffer.
Yes, I just faxed you the information an hour ago. The buyers have a counteroffer for you.
How much do they counteroffer?
They are offering to pay $10,000 less than your asking price.
I am not really ready to accept that low of a price.
I wouldn't accept that price either. Your home is in a good area and should command a high price.
Where do we go from here?
We should notify them that you are rejecting their current offer. They might choose to offer a higher price.
Please let the buyers know that I am rejecting their offer.
I will take care of that right away. They may or may not raise their offer. My wife thinks I should get a lawyer to look at the contract.
Well, it certainly wouldn't hurt to have a lawyer review it.
How much does a lawyer cost?
I don't know. A good real estate lawyer might cost $400 an hour.
That can't be legal.
Just think how much it'll be 10 years from now.
Do you know any lawyers that are cheaper than that?
You'd have to check the yellow pages or go online.
There's no telling how many hours the lawyer will charge me for.
Also, it might take a week or two just to get an appointment.
I'd rather get this over with, so just show me where to sign.
Good man. I've marked all the places for you to sign and date.
My wife said to have a lawyer look at the contract.
That's always a good idea.
Do you know how much a lawyer runs?
I've heard that they're about $400 an hour.
Who can afford that?
A few years ago, $100 an hour was outrageous.
Can you help me find a cheaper lawyer?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that.
The lawyer will start at $400, but where will it end?
Also, a good lawyer might not have time to see you immediately.
My wife's going to kill me, but just show me where to sign.
Now you're talking. The red stickers indicate where to sign and date.
My wife told me to get a lawyer to review the contract first.
A smart husband always does what his wife tells him.
How much are lawyers charging nowadays?
It's hard to believe, but I think they charge about $400 an hour.
That's highway robbery.
I think lawyers are making twice what doctors are making.
Are there any lawyers that are cheaper than that?
The best advice I can give you is to Google it.
I can barely afford 1 hour, but certainly not 2.
Remember, it might take a few days just to set up an appointment.
I really don't have the time or the money, so where do I sign?
Your wife will thank you. Just sign and date where the little red stickers are.